Question 7 for June paper 2 was our 2D, 3Ds, or trig triangles, or whatever you want to call a trig question. In this case, it was a three-dimensional question where they're telling you A, B, and C is on the horizontal plane, so meaning that's on the ground. D is directly above C, so that you have perpendicular there. The two lines are perpendicular. It is also given that this angle here is 100, this angle is 30, this length is 20, and this length is 8. So everything is indicated already for you beautifully on here. When you're looking at your 3 rules that you have for 2D, 3D trig, if you want to use sine rule and to find an angle, you need 2 sides and 1 angle. To find a side, 2 angles, 1 side. Okay, and we always try and do sine rule first because it's easier. Okay, there's no very complex. You work with fractions, but there's no squares and whatever. Cos rule, if you want an angle, you need 3 sides. If you want a side, you need an angle and 2 sides. Then for area rule, if they give you the area, you can find a side or an angle. But in the area rule, you need 2 sides and 1 angle to find the area, or some iteration of that if they give you the area. Now, AC. Okay, in this bottom triangle, you have 1 side and 1 angle, so you don't have enough for anything there. In this big triangle over here, however, you see you have a 90 degrees and you have a side that's opposite it. And you have a 30, so you can actually find that angle also. Okay, this is 90, that's 30, this would be 60. Okay, so you can now decide. You can use sine rule if you want to, with the 60 is opposite this one and the 90 and 20. Or you can see there's a 90 degrees, so you can use normal sin cos tan. Okay, you were given the 30. It's this side, which is hypotenuse, and this side, which is adjacent. So obviously you can use cos also. So it doesn't really matter which one you go for. If you go for normal cos 30 gives you adjacent, which is AC, what we're looking for, over 20. Therefore, AC is going to be, we go multiply with the 20, so 20 times cos 30. And then you put that in your calculator to get either 10 square root 3, or you could have also said 17,32. Alternatively, it could have also been you're looking for AC, the angle opposite it is 60, so sin 60, over, you have sin 90, and also 20. And this would have given you the same answer. Now we've calculated, this is 10 square root 3. Second question, AB. Okay, so AB is here at the bottom. So either AB, you can see from the perspective of it's in this bottom triangle, or it's in the whole big one. Okay, but in the whole big one, you just have another side. There's no other information there. So in this bottom shaded triangle, you have 100, you have a side and a side, no other angles. Okay, so an angle and 2 sides should lead you towards, okay, we're probably going to use cos rule. Okay, and we are looking for the one opposite the angle, so it will be AB squared equal to, and so forth. Each of the sides are squared, and then subtract 2 times each of the sides times cos of the angle that's opposite the one that's here on its own, so that's 100. Okay, so in your calculator, if you just want to do everything one time, you can take the square root of all of that, and you should get 20,30. Okay, if you want to add the units there, you can. Similarly here, if you want to add units. Then our last question here is, it is further given that ABD is that amount. So it's important to note this angle is not equal to the 2 parts there. You have to remember this is 3-dimensional. Okay, so they're giving you that angle, and they're telling you they want to know what the actual size of ADB is. This one. So we are working now on the front-facing triangle, if you had to see this as like a pyramid type thing. So we can only work with the information we have here. And we do have information. We are looking for this angle, and do you see it's opposite this side? They give you this angle. There's a pair there. Remember, when you're finding with sine rule, it always has to be a pair and a pair. Okay, do we see that we have all the information we need to use sine rule? Okay, so ADB is opposite this 20,30, and then the other angle is opposite the side that is 20 in length. To find ADB, okay, it's obviously arcsine of this thingy. We want this to the other side, so we multiply. So it's basically 20,30 times with the sin 73,4 over 20. You put everything in your calculator, sum one time, so you get 76,58.